Hi everyone, welcome back to CROCHETROCKS, to this little beginner's course of crochet. So in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to do what we call in the UK a double treble, and the US call it a treble. As I've said in my previous videos, that's why you really do need to know what terms you're working in, because we have the same name for different stitches. So a double treble is a very tall stitch, and it's not one that you use very often, but it is often popped into certain patterns you do need to know how to do it. So because it has a much taller stitch, it has more turning chains. So for me, it has 3 turning chains. So I'm going to do one more chain. Okay, and we're going to go into the fifth chain from the hook. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to go into this one, and we're going to yarn over twice. Then we're going to go into this chain. We're going to yarn over and pull up a loop. So we've got 4 on our hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. So as you can see, very tall stitch. We're going to yarn around twice. You can see this is the one that we've been in. This is the one we're going into next. We're going to go into the chain, yarn over and pull up. We've got 4 on our hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. Now quite often you'll find this stitch, like I said, in a pattern. You don't often find this stitch on a foundation row like this, so it's not often you'll be doing this on a chain row. Now this chain is quite tight as well. I didn't make a new chain, I'm using the previous one, so it will kind of look a little bit bunched up, but never mind. We're going to yarn over twice. There's the one we're in. We're going to go into the next one. We're going to yarn over and pull up our loop. We're going to yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. And that's what it looks like, a really long baggy stitch. So you can see where you've been. You see where you're going. And we're going to pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. And it's very ungainly long stitch, but quite easy really. Now that you've mastered the UK double and treble and half treble, this one is the next step. Ugly, big stitch, I know, but necessary to learn. Yarn over twice. There's the one we've been in. There's the one we're going in. I'm going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, it's possibly about 1 inch long with the Aran yarn that we're using. Okay, so I'm going to hold on to it. I'm going to yarn round twice. There's the one we've been in. There's the one we're going in. I'm sure that you've got this by now. Finding your stitch. Nice and simple. But with a very big stitch like this, I would recommend doing a swatch and practicing. Because when it comes to something that's this big and loopy, you do need to be kind of practicing so that you get tension right. There is always a desire to leap on to the next thing, but you know, if you don't get the basics, like getting your tension correct, then you're going to just have problems for yourself. I'd rather think of it as like when I learned to type and you just have to do the drill to get your speed up. That's sort of because I'm showing my age, learning to type on a manual typewriter. Good grief. Did I really say that? I must be ancient. Okay, so we've got a few to do. Yarn round twice. In the next one, yarn over and up the loop. Yarn over through two, through two, through two. Nice and simple. Nearly there. If I go too fast, like I've said before, just pause it and catch up with me. It is like me. I'm steaming ahead. But as this is a few classes in, the chances are you've sped up yourself. You're getting to grips with tension, knowing which your next chain is, how to find your stitches with these V's. We've got 2 left. It's probably not quite so alien to you anymore. Right, this is our last stitch, remember? That's the knot. Okay. So now we're at the end. I have got some yarn, don't worry. I thought I needed to pull out some yarn. So there we go. This is our row. You can see how huge they all are. I'm going to turn our work. And because we go through 3 times, we pull through 2, through 2, through 2, we're going to have 3 chain to turn. Okay? Now you might see other people do 4. But like I said before, on the other stitches, they do bulge out, which I don't like. So this is our first stitch. So again, we're not going to be going into this one here. We're going to go into the next one. And we're going to, again, yarn over twice, go into that next stitch, yarn over and pull up the loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And that is what we do in every one along. And if you turn it, you've got your V's so you can see where your stitch is to make sure you're going in the right part. If it gets confusing for you because it's such a big, long, leggy stitch. There we go. We'll go to the end once more so you can see what happens when we get to the turning chain. But it's quite easy. If you've mastered the treble, then, which is a US double, then you can master the double treble, which is a US treble. Very confusing, I know. Okay, so could you see what I did there? If you find it hard, you don't have to hold it in one way. You can hold it that way to get your stitch loops, and then you can let go. Hold it there if you want to, and pull through 2, yarn over, move your hand up if you want to, pull through 2, again, move your hand up if you want to, and pull through 2. You're in complete control. It is up to you, but you'll soon get into a routine with them. Okay. We've got a few to go, so I'm going to pause it and I'll catch up with you when I've got a couple left at the end. Okay, so we've got our couple left at the end. 1 normal stitch. And these are our turning chain, our 3 chain. We're going in the top one. There's the first one, there's the second one, there's the third one. And that's the one we're going into. Okay, so you can make sure you're going into the 2 loops by just finding that area so you can see it. There's the hole. I've actually missed a loop there because I came out. Okay, so you just pull it around and you'll see it. Pull up your loop, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. I'll show you that once more, because it is different. So there's our first chain, our second chain, and our third chain. Yarn round twice, maneuver it so that you're going through 2 loops. Yarn over and pull up your loop. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, it doesn't matter if it looks baggy and gangly and not very attractive. You're just practicing a stitch with a swatch. So again, 3 chain to turn because we pull through 3 times, and then we're going to do the next row as the same as before. You probably, as I said, will never encounter this stitch very often. You might get it where you need a peak, but to get row after row of it, well, I've just never encountered that. You probably never will either. It's just too long. It does make a mesh, but that's it. That's how you do it. And I just recommend that you carry on and make a swatch just as before. Keep going until you're okay with that one. Okay, so on the next video, we've now mastered all of the basic stitches. We've got the smallest stitch, which in the UK is our double crochet. It's a single in the US. We did a half treble, which is a half double in the US. We did a treble crochet, which is a double in the US. And then we've done our double treble, which is a treble in the US. I know it's confusing. But now we've mastered all of those. So the next thing that we will do is start focusing on structures. Okay, so working in the round, doing a granny square. There's different ways of working in the round, and there's different stitches in the round. And that's what we'll do next. We'll start making some structures. Okay, so thank you for watching. Watch out for the next one, and I'll see you then. Bye for now.